Hey ladies, this is Najia. I'm back again on my day 5 of my content challenge, and today I want to talk to you ladies about how to choose a wellness coach. So this is Sacred Self-Care with Najia, a place for you to learn how to increase and manage your energy and take better care of yourself so you can have success without stress, so you can feel your best and have the energy to do what you deserve and desire. So I hope you guys are doing well today. It's been a very, very interesting day. Today is kind of like my Friday because I'm going to be relaxing tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. But it's super hot out here. I don't know about y'all, but it's like super hot. I don't remember it being this hot, and it's not just hot, it's like humid, so trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair for tomorrow. I might keep it like this because if I wear it out, it'll probably blow up, but we'll see what happens. So, how to choose a wellness coach. So, I have my own wellness team that I've been working with for some time now, and I love having a therapist. I love having all types of coaches. I've worked with career coaches, I've worked with business coaches, I've worked with spiritual life coaches, I've worked with all types of coaches, and I can tell you from personal experience, I absolutely love having someone there to support me, to hold me accountable, to help me to see the things that I can't see. And because I love personal development so much and I love success so much, and mentoring and guidance is like a really sensitive and special topic for me, I wanted to share some really insightful things that I've discovered on my own journey as I've been, a student and a teacher, hiring people as well as working with people. So one of the first things that you absolutely should look for when you're hiring a wellness coach, you definitely want to make sure that you're working with someone who is always their first client, because wellness is a little bit different than other forms of coaching in the sense that so much of it is about you and what's going on internally. I guess you could say most coaching is like that as well, but wellness is different because it's so internal. Like if you compare wellness coaching to something like business coaching, when you're doing business coaching, you're doing actual projects. Sometimes you can do mindset stuff with business, but quite often you're doing stuff out in the world with other people, or you may be working on projects. With wellness, it's a little bit different because so much of it is about what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your body. It's very, very personal. It's a lot more personal. So it's always important to look for a wellness coach that is always their first client because, like I said, I talk a lot about energy, and in order for you or someone like me to be able to help you, I have to be taking care of myself, because how will I have the energy to be able to support you and to help you and to inspire you? So it always starts with myself. So looking for someone who is practicing what they preach, looking for someone who is always their first student, doing their own work themselves, because it shows you that you're dealing with someone that's responsible, you're dealing with someone that's accountable, and it also means that the person can speak from personal experience, which is incredibly powerful. Knowledge and education is definitely necessary, but personal experience also is has its own kind of wisdom and intelligence. So you want to look for somebody who practices what they preach. The second thing you want to look for when you're hiring a wellness coach is you want to look for someone that has actually successfully overcome some obstacles. So whatever it is that they're helping you with in your own life, feel free to ask them questions about their own story. If you find that the person that you're considering working with is, a little bit acting a little bit strange when you ask questions, or they're, like they just have some weird behaviors or reactions if you ask questions, that's a red flag for you. You definitely want to look for somebody who has successfully overcome some obstacle, because part of coaching and what makes coaching so powerful is that you're working with someone who is kind of already on the other side of where you want to be. So always feel free and don't be afraid to ever ask questions when you're considering these things. The next thing I would say you should look for, and this is probably something that is pretty universal with all coaches, and like I said, from my own personal experience hiring people, I can definitely say that it's important to look at values and personality, because even if you meet someone who has a great skill set, they're very well known, very good at what they do, that doesn't always mean that that person is going to be the right person for you, because all of us have different values, all of us have different skill sets, and we all have different personality strengths as well. So you take me, for example, I love wellness. I talk and teach about self-care, sacred self-care specifically, but I'm also a huge advocate for natural health. And so that's something important to know about me. And so these are the kind of questions that you want to be asking when you're looking for somebody. And then, like I said before, everyone has different personalities. Even I remember years ago when I would be going to therapy, and I used to assume that because everybody or somebody had a degree in psychology or someone was a licensed therapist, that it automatically meant that this person was empathetic and this person was compassionate. But my experience taught me that that wasn't necessarily the case. So you definitely have to know, what are those personality traits that you need right now for this work that you're, needing to do in your life. Do you need somebody who's going to really push you and challenge you? Do you need somebody who's going to create that safe space for you and be non-judgmental? Do you need somebody who also has gone through what you're going through? Because that kind of gives you an automatic empathy. Those are the kind of things that you kind of want to pay attention to when you're looking to hire a wellness coach. And another thing that you want to look for when hiring a wellness coach is their lifestyle as well. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the person's values. So again, what kind of lifestyle do they live? What kind of practices do they have? What are they into? All that stuff makes a huge difference, because this is going to help you to understand whether or not you're in alignment with this particular person. You want to make sure that you're working with someone who you feel comfortable with, someone that you can be yourself with, someone that you can really be authentic with, someone that you can see yourself really growing with. You don't want to be working with someone that makes you feel like you are, being judged, or makes you feel like you are being forced to be someone that you're not. So you want to be with someone that's going to respect and honor who you are and allow you to kind of grow and be who you are authentically. And the last thing I would say is, look for someone that really inspires you. When you're working with a coach, you go to a coach because typically they can teach you to do something that you have not learned to do before. They have some knowledge, some skill set, some experience that is valuable to you, right? So looking for someone that inspires you in some way. A lot of times when I'm looking for my own coach, I'm asking myself, what is it that I love about that person, and what do I want to learn from that person? I look at their life and I ask, what is it about their situation that kind of inspires me? And just don't be afraid to ask questions, because ultimately, when you're looking for a coach, it's about finding someone who really is aligned with who you are authentically in your own energy. And even in my own personal experience, when I've had experiences working with clients, like when I started out years ago, in the very beginning, I would actually encourage people to go consider someone else. And I was happy to do that. The reason why is because, for one, I'm not desperate. The other reason why is because, again, I'm an advocate for wellness all around. So even if your support doesn't necessarily come from me, I'm still happy to see you be well and succeed and find whoever it is that you need. Because just like, as a client, you need to be with someone who allows you to be who you are authentically. On the other flip side, the coach also needs to be align with, someone, so that that coach can be who they are authentically as well. So I encourage everyone to really take responsibility for their health. Don't be afraid to ask those questions, because if you're working with someone who takes that personal, then you should start questioning their level of integrity. We are all out here kind of on the same team, different people that are doing facilitating healing, doing coaching work. I consider all of us to kind of be on the same team. You know what I mean? So those are my tips for you. If you're ever considering hiring a wellness coach, you want to look out for their lifestyle, look out for, does this person actually do all the things that they talk about in their own life? Are they their own first client? Of course, you want to look out for their professional background. If you have specific questions or you have specific needs, maybe you need someone who has a specific skill set, of course you want to look for that. And then you want to look for, again, personality. Is there a certain kind of personality that you're looking for that kind of meshes well with you, so that when you're working with them, you can be yourself? You also want to look at their values. And as I've said before, just don't be afraid to ask questions. So if you guys have any comments, any responses, let me know what you think below. Let me know if you've ever had any positive experiences working with any coaches or hiring therapists, anything of that nature. Just let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow in my next video.